Hey guys, welcome back to Frenemies. I'm Ian, and we're back with more of The Flash. So, last episode, they showed Barry finally figure out that Iris isn't Iris, that the mirror Iris wasn't her, and they know about the others too. So luckily, we can. I don't know what they're gonna do about Singh, because I mean, he's still out in the world. And with Eve, right, or Eva, I think it's Eva. With her breaking out, I don't know what that's going to mean for the other mirror people outside. If she's going to shut them off, because I mean, it's not like they can do anything about it. So I don't know. I don't know if that's going to what the immediate issue about the Seeing is going to be, because the Camilla's dead. Iris now knows about the others, and so she's going to look for them. Now that it's known for sure that Iris is mirror Iris, Barry can tell the others. Something's going on with Caitlin, and she's going to talk to her mother, I think is what she said, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, Eva's going after her husband now, so there's that. And I think that's basically everything that happened last week. So okay, we're gonna try something. If not, then that's cool. If not, then whatever. But if you guys wanna maybe have like some Q&As for the episode, like kind of like Blind Wave, they do that a lot. Just because if y'all want to talk about whatever happened in the episode, if y'all have questions about last episode, for those that don't watch promos or that don't have anything spoilery, submit that as well. Probably go to our Twitter. I think it's at Frenemies React. Let me just check, because I don't use that as much as I should anymore. Yeah, at Frenemies Reacts. So look that up if you want. And submit, I guess, for Flash. Let's see, what can we do? So it doesn't get mixed up with Blind Waves, which I don't think would happen. But I don't know how the hashtags works. Let's go with hashtag FR Flash Q&A. Why not? If you want to, of course. I mean, if not, then we will just not have it in the thing. We'll just try it in case you don't want to talk. Because I mean, the whole quarantine thing. I don't know. Add a little something to it, and I will go ahead and try to answer the questions after the episode. We'll do that for next week, obviously, because a little late now. But yeah, that's it. Is that Barry?
Hands up! Don't move. Oh, you scared the bejesus out of me. Oh my God, what happened? Oh, it's Iris.
He should have led with a little more. Now he's freaking worried, which he should be, but still, now he's gonna think it's more.
I'm trying to have hope that it's all gonna work out, but I can't help feeling. Joe, what if I can't save her this time?
And I believe that you can. But do you?
What if creating Camilla's duplicate actually killed the real Camilla? Same thing with Singh, same thing with Iris. Hello?
What do you want me to say?
Anything! That we have a plan that will get them back!
I don't have a plan, Cisco. She's faster than I am, and somehow I'm supposed to stop her? And still hope to God that Iris and everybody else is still alive in a world that we don't even understand!
Hey, you're both right, okay? You're both right. But we cannot fall apart.
I read Eva's secret files, and now I know that there's a mirror version of Camilla, which means that the real Camilla must be in here somewhere.
Well, she's dead now, but yeah, real one story.
Find her. I can't think straight.
Wait, does that mean I'm in charge as a citizen? How the hell am I supposed to?
Is that Godspeed? Whoa! Why does he have Speed Force? I just didn't even think about it. What's going on? Whoa! Okay, whoa, hello!
Godspeed.
You're the one that stopped the others. I'm not impressed.
Well, I mean, it's not a good day. No, we need that! Oh, thank God.
Thank you.
Allegra, you said Godspeed's lightning caused some sort of blast.
Yeah, he was like a friggin' lightning storm in the room, but it was his thunder that did the damage.
Thunder.
Not thunder. Vibrations.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Makes sense, yeah.
You go fast enough, you create a sonic boom.
How do we stop?
Well, we'd need a really, really deep understanding of vibrational sonics.
Great, do we have that?
Not really, no.
I know who could help us.
Piper?
Hartley.
Yep.
Hartley Rathaway. No, it was only me and Hartley.
Not in this timeline.
Your boyfriend or?
Pied Piper's band of merry men tried to flank you while you were distracted playing musical cards. Yeah, you clocked them, but when one of them tried to shoot at you, you countered with a lightning bolt. That lightning collided with the weapon's blast, and... turns out that was Hartley's right-hand man.
Hey, man.
Hello, Flash.
Man, some bridges! Oh, this no speed thing is really a pain.
I heard you coming from a mile away.
I'm trying to make things right with you.
Now you're sorry.
I think I can help Broderick.
Let us show you. Who's this we and us?
Yeah? Oh, no? Okay.
Harrison Wells.
Sort of. Yeah, well, yeah.
Nash Wells,
Oh, yeah. Right.
actually. Harrison Wells is my doppelganger.
Your doppelganger.
Oh, yeah.
I'll explain. Okay, so there was this big event, we call it Crisis. And
He's his twin.
he's my twin.
Twice blessed.
Looks like an engine for focusing subatomic vibrations. Or as you would say, vibes. Oh, please. I figured that out ages ago. That hair, dead giveaway. Mom. You too, Flash. And there's only 3 facilities in the state that could build a suit with that much bleeding edge tech. You lost your meta mojo. Oh, well, you could try being a barista, maybe.
I gave up my powers by choice. You know, I'm making this so that I can save the person I love the most. But I wouldn't expect you to understand that, Riley.
Well.
The person you love the most is yourself.
1, 2, 3.
No, wait. Stop. Wells, enough. Stop! You're hurting him! Nash.
Give me your velocity or your city pays. You have 1 hour. You're not fast enough to stop me. None of you are. Death will rain down on your city, Flash, unless you give me what I want.
All you have to do is trust yourself.
How am I supposed to do that? I just lived with an imposter for 5 weeks.
Forgive yourself. You showed me that.
He is a damn brilliant engineer who has never backed down from doing the impossible before. You gonna start now?
No, ma'am. Hey, we got a big problem at Iron Heights.
You can stay here. Or you can be the person that Roderick fell in love with. It's your call.
He was a criminal still at the time, but okay. Oh, hello! Hey, this looks familiar. Oh! Oh, very... Oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, oh god, this is not a good idea. Why would you run up the building? Oh.
Now you'll feel the real power of speed.
Jesus. How the fecking heck?
You You ready? Now, Flash!
Oh, just clicking a lot of it.
They cross streams.
Oh god. Although why he went directly into it, I don't know. Dead.
Ready? Ready. Harley.
I'm here.
Jesus, it's been like that for
Thought I'd lost you.
5 years.
Once he was placed in a meta-dampening cell, I questioned him as the Flash, and all he could say was, "The one who sent me wants infinite velocity."
When you were fighting Godspeed, he said, "We deserve your speed."
Whose way?
A diploma?
Congratulations on graduating life coach school.
Ralph, this is ridiculous.
You know what's ridiculous? You thinking that you're not as important as Caitlin. And being intimidated by a parent, that's normal.
I guess I'm afraid Carla might actually want to get to know me, and then she'll see me for who I really am.
That is the ironic part to me. Because Frosty, you are one awesome human being. You were just afraid that Carla was going to reject you, so you rejected her first.
Not anymore.
And that is why you're ready to graduate. Damn, I really am one hell of a life coach.
Yeah, you are.
Some things can't be taken. And look around this room. We still have our faith in each other and our will to fight for those we love. This is what we'll never lose.
We're just missing one component, and thanks to my travels, I know exactly where to find it. Atlantis.
Finally, crisis pays off in a good way for once.
I know time is crucial, but don't worry. I'll hurry back.
Aww.
Actually, if you don't mind, I'd like for you to stay.
I'm coming for you, Joseph.
Okay. Not really sure what that last bit was. She just like recuperating after being in the mirror for so long? The neural dissonance or whatever? Why would she, why does she have that around, and why? I don't know. That was weird. For a second I thought that, well, there's Godspeed again. I mean, I thought that maybe that was like the actual Godspeed. And that he was kind of beaten in the first episode, in one episode again. It wasn't like too much. I mean, he gave us some issues, but like by the end of it, he was beat relatively easily. But it turns out it just wasn't. It was another copy or whatever. But it was stealing the speed from the others, and from Barry too, which is not good considering he doesn't really have much of that left. But he used it. I don't know. Like, I mean, the show does this decent a lot with. It can be inconsistent, because I mean, there's times where he was having issues. Like when he had issues after he took Cecile away from the bomb, and he went back to Joe. He had issues getting, like, he had to push himself to get there. And this one, he was obviously slower than he would normally be, but like he was moving around a lot, like a lot more than I feel like he did that time. Considering he's like. He has less and less speed. It felt like he had more to use that time, but I mean it's whatever. He still had issues using it first. Like in total. Like when he was running up the building near the end, and it cut out for a second. That lack of speed is real, or that the fact that there's no speed force is really just kind of kicking us in the butt. Luckily, he kind of sort of won Hartley over a bit, so he was able to help us out. I did feel bad for Hartley, and I hate that because of Earth Prime, it changed things. Like it was kind of a big thing in a way that he had a team with him instead of just being solo. But I hate that because of that whole thing going down. He's not friends with Team Flash anymore because of what happened in season 2 when he went back in time. They changed some things, so Hartley and them were on good terms and they were friends, and he was good with his family. So I'm kind of sad that was undone and changed in a negative way. And it did. I mean, I don't know. There had some issues with this episode. I mean, I felt bad for his boyfriend, but it just felt weird. Or was it Roderick? I think his name was Roderick. Where's the? I think it's. I can't find the name. I have Roderick. Yeah, Roderick. Okay, so that's his name. I don't know. That just felt a little weird. It introduced it just randomly, but I mean, in terms of that, considering that it's a new Earth, things just will change, so we're not going to get the backstory of that crap. Which not saying that we need it. I don't know. It's just the little chemistry, I guess, just felt. It's not a huge point in the episode, so it's fine. But it was. I don't know. The episode. It wasn't a terrible episode. Like I didn't hate it. It just certain aspects of it just seemed a little weakish, I guess. I don't know. Maybe I'm just in a mood. I don't know. I just felt like last episode was definitely better. And obviously some of the dialogue was a little iffy this episode as well. Which happens from time to time, so it's fine, but it's just something that kind of stood out, at least to me. I mean, I could be wrong on that. I don't know. Maybe I'm sorry if people didn't feel the same way, but I don't know. It wasn't my favorite. I don't know. They show this beginning of this season, I believe. Yeah, it was the beginning of the season they were showing Godspeed that somebody kept sending these like duplicates or whatever. I forgot what they're called. What Nash said they were, but and this thing keeps it was saying like we, which I was like kind of unsure of why it was saying we. It kind of felt like almost like a Venom kind of feel to it, but like there hasn't been a mention of this since the first episode of this season. And I don't know. I just feel like adding a kind of like, what's the word? Another mystery. I mean, that might be something that would carry over to next season. I mean that's interesting. We haven't had a speedster villain in a while, but I mean, I don't know. The suit's cool. I just didn't hear. I don't know a whole lot about Godspeed in the beginning, in the first place. But I just don't feel that much for the character. I guess for the villain, like. Okay, well, I mean, to be fair, we haven't had a whole lot of time with it, but it's just, I don't know, hasn't posed a huge threat so much because we already have a lot to deal with here. We have the whole thing with I'm blanking for some reason a black hole, with the colic. We have the stuff with Caitlyn. I mean, it doesn't seem as big a deal as I originally thought. I thought there was some other issue why she seemed hesitant, reluctant to talk with her mom, but apparently Frost was more so hesitant just because she felt like she didn't want anything to do with her or something. So, and the funny thing is that was a pretty clever way to go about it. Like when it wasn't so much she had the pillow on her. It was the pillow was to the side, but like the camera had an angle to where the pillow was still covering her up, which I thought was kind of a clever camera trick to hide that she's pregnant. Was it just me or did she sound different? Like not just like I don't recall Frost sounding like that either. I don't know. Maybe it's just been a while since we've heard Frost because of the break. Maybe I don't know. She just sounded different. No idea. But we saw Camilla luckily. So we found her. She's apparently she's at the Star Labs version of in the Mirror World. So we got to see that there is more expansive. I don't know how like if it is like a mirror world, so where it's the complete world, or if it's like there's a point where it cuts off. But I'm assuming that it's like a completely different. Like as she said, it's a mirror. It's another dimension. So I'm assuming it's the whole world. But Camilla, we found her at Star Labs, and I didn't think about it, but yeah, they were showing Cicada's blade. And there was some other stuff. Probably I think that they used the mirror gun on. I forgot what else that they used it on. Oh well, I mean now all we have to do is find Singh, which he's either at Mayor's office or at his home, looking for his husband because he's freaking out. It's like what's going on, wondering why nobody else is around. So he might be at his home, or he might be at CCPD. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of like the places that he might feel more drawn to because of how what they meant to him for a good chunk of time. So I mean that's the only thing I can think of. The places that he might be at. I mean it might be completely different, like nothing to do with that we could think of. Just like hey, this is a spot that I don't know where they would look to find him. But I mean Iris found at least one of them sooner than I expected her to. It sucks that unfortunately it seems like she's being affected by this neural dissonance or whatever it's called a little quicker than we would like. I mean, because she's been in there for a while, so basically the whole second half of the season. So that's an issue. Man, I need a haircut so bad. I was wondering if we could maybe have used somehow I was gonna say the cicada, the Godspeed thing, maybe to help us power the new Jesus Christ, my head, the artificial Speed Force thing. Maybe we can figure out how to use its blood or whatever to do that. I don't know. I just thought maybe maybe that's what they were honing in on for. I didn't think about them using it for Roderick, which I probably should have, but that's not what came to mind. But man, freaking when going back to the beginning, when Barry came in and told Joe about Iris, when he's like, it's Iris, and then he was kind of like, obviously trying to catch his breath, but just like, yo man, Barry, I'm gonna keep going. I know you're tired, but like you're coming in panicked, and the fact that you're here in the first place, you came here to tell Joe, and you just said Iris, it's gonna leave him panicked. And he's already worried about his family because of this whole thing going down, and he's just now you're here upset, visibly upset, and he's like, oh god, what the heck happened? Now granted he should be worried, yeah, because I mean Iris is lost somewhere, but I mean he could have, like, his head would go to the worst possible outcome, because one, he's dad, so it's his daughter. You should have led with something else if you had like one. I mean I don't to blame you. There's a lot of stuff going on. You said what you could, but I'm just saying. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm rambling. I feel bad for both Barry and Cisco, because they both were with their loved one and thinking that was not having any kind of thought as to that not being them. I mean, Barry had a little bit of you know, worries popping up, things that he should be suspect of. Cisco not so much, at least not that I know of. I mean, they probably didn't have as much of a distance as this Iris and Barry had. So I mean, I don't know how they never really showed how they would interact. But yeah, they both like felt just terrible. Like they had been spending days or weeks or whatever. I don't know about Camilla, but Iris has been weeks, at the very least, and had been none the wiser. And they just felt like they failed their both their loved ones. So, and Francisco is now like not sure. Like if he had his powers, he would have known that Camilla, that this wasn't his Camilla. That wasn't the real Camilla. So he's unfortunately he was doubting himself, like whether he made the right call to give up his powers or not. Which I still don't agree with the fact that he did do it, but it's his choice. It's whatever. But if he didn't want to use his powers, he could just not use them and have them in case he needed to save or protect his loved ones. It is easier. So I mean, I don't know. And I thought it was funny that Hartley, jumping around again, that Hartley figured out that Cisco was Vibe and that Barry was Flash. Pointing out the hair for Cisco was like, yeah, I mean, that's fair. I mean, you had the luxury, you had the not the luxury, what's the word, the advantage of actually knowing Cisco before. So not everybody would put two and two together that Vibe was somebody called Cisco Valdez, or Cisco Ramon. Sorry, I was putting his character and actor name together. They haven't really addressed the Wells thing since the deal with Reverse Flash with Theobald. Like they haven't shown him seeing him, any of the other Wells or interacting with them or whatever. So I mean, I kind of would like to see some of that. I kind of miss seeing the others, especially Harry. It'd be cool to see Harry again, even if he's like having a conversation with Nash. I'm wondering if maybe they could like embody him for a bit. Like Harry could come to the forefront and Jesus, why is my brain just fritzing out today? Catch up with Cisco and the others. So I mean, I don't know. I'd be interested to see if that it was even a thing that could be done. They could come to the forefront. I mean, Dawn took over. And if it was any of the others, it would be a little less of a invasion. It would just like, hey, can I take over for a second? Yeah, sure, go ahead. So, I mean, they're not evil that we know. I mean, there's multiple versions, infinite versions of Wells in there. So, I mean, I'm assuming one of them is bound to be not a good Wells. But yeah, they haven't addressed that in a while. Honestly, I don't really have too much this episode. A couple things I wrote down are a little more inconsequential. Yeah, I think they're just kind of already taken care of. I was just putting that Ralph was having a cool head throughout whenever Barry and Cisco were kind of losing their heads. Cecile taking control as well, kind of trying to mediate between the two. Not mediate, but trying to keep them on task while when they were kind of fuming at each other. And also she helped Cisco kind of get back into the swing of things, talking him out of his funk. And Wells, Nash, kind of did the same for Barry, just a little more, slightly more aggressive at the beginning anyway, but kind of also not just empathize, but like saying that he had a similar situation whenever he had wanted to apologize to Maya. I mean, how guilty he felt about that. I wanted to apologize, but he couldn't. So luckily they both were there to. So, yeah, apart from all that stuff, not a whole lot really to go over. A lot. I just think it's very in character that Ralph made something called a diploma. I do think that his and Frost's friendship is kind of cute. It's very I don't know. It's endearing. How their friendships how it works, and he's her life coach somehow. He's actually a pretty good life coach. For the most part, in certain in most instances. Yeah, that's really all there is. But yeah, guys, if you want to if y'all are interested in doing a Q&A for next week's episode, I'll try to put a reminder out for Twitter whenever for next week. It'll be FR flash Q&A, I think. If you have any better suggestions, leave in the comments, and then we'll work it after next week's episode. But yeah, if y'all want to leave a Q&A, any questions or discussion points y'all want to talk about next week's episode, whenever that goes up. No spoilers, please, for if y'all have any inside information, you know what I mean, like news that have been released to the public or anything from promos. Please try to leave that stuff out. I stay away from that as much as I possibly can, so that I can just be completely surprised whenever something comes up. But yeah, that's it for this week's episode, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. If you want to stick around for next episode, be sure to hit the subscribe button. And I thank you guys for sticking around throughout all this. As the videos have been slowing down, I know I keep saying that, but I really appreciate you guys sticking around throughout this, and the fact that we don't have as much going up. Hopefully that'll pick up again soon. Again, Patreon's on hold until everything picks up, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Again, guys, thank you for watching. Thank you for sticking around. I'll see you guys next week.